Hey everybody, welcome back to the garage. If this is your first time visiting my channel, please go ahead and click on subscribe and also click on that bell to receive all the updates and activities on my channel. Alright, so I dragged this nugget home a couple days ago. This sled was actually sitting about 5 minutes from my house. It was sitting in the backyard of a farmhouse for approximately 2 years. And I told my buddy Mike, I go, you know what, if one of these days we're gonna go take a look at it. And Mike was coming over to my house. He said, "Hey Tom, today's that day to go look at that XCR because they're having an estate sale." So we went over to look at it, and I knew for the past 2 years looking at it from the road that it was rough, but until we actually got close to it, didn't realize how rough it was. But this cost me nothing. The kids were having an estate sale. The parents had passed away, and this was part of the estate. They just wanted to get rid of it. So this sled is kind of a mongrel in the sense that it is an XCR, because if we go look at the tunnel and look at the model number, it's 0921760, right, which is right there, 0921760, which is the correct number designation for an XCR. But when you start really looking at the sled, a lot of it doesn't make sense. You know, the sled does have 7,300 miles on it, but when you start looking at it and remember what was special about the XCR, you'll notice that the shocks are not the right shocks up front. They should be Fox. Somebody changed those out. That's really not that surprising, but if you look, the radius rods, the tie rod end, and the sway bar, those are all black. Those should all be red, right? So that's not correct. And then if you look at the rear suspension, all the Fox shocks are gone, and that does not look like the suspension that should be in here. And if you look at the mounting location, somebody has moved the mounting location for the rear arm, and same thing on the front, they moved that. You know, I posted this on the Facebook Player Cindy Garage, and everybody said, "Oh, you gotta fix that up and everything else." But again, pictures that are posted are kind of deceiving because it really doesn't show that much detail. So let's take a look at it. The hood is destroyed. It's cracked in multiple places. So the hood's no good. Windshield's bad. You know, another thing about the XCR, in '92, Polaris changed the cylinder design, and so this has like an older design on it. The hand warmers have been replaced. The belly pan is cracked, right? And the hood is cracked in multiple places up on the other side. The nose cone is okay in the sense that it's all one piece. Obviously, it would need to be painted. The windshield has seen better days. But, you know, going on the initial look at it, you know, there have been no reason to drag this thing back, and the one reason I did is, and again, the engine is no good. When I first got it, it was seized. The plug hole on the PTO side is completely stripped out. But the one saving grace on this, and the reason I got this, is because this thing has twin pipes, and it has the stingers on it and everything else. There's a manufacturing plate on the underside of the pipes. I don't know who made these. I've seen a couple pictures of pipes that are similar to this online. Don't know any details on it, so but this is why I decided to drag this home, just because of these pipes. And again, another thing looking at this XCR that kind of makes it a mongrel, that chain case is from a 1991 and prior Indy. That's not the right chain case on this machine either, because on the XCR there were coolant hoses that would come through, and then there was a device on the back of the chain case that would go against the brake rotor to dissipate heat. All that is gone, so I'm not sure what's going on with this. Because if you look at this sled, if it wasn't for the XCR hood, Everything else points out that it's just a regular Indy, which on the surface it is. But the number designation on tunnel and everything else says that it's an XCR. But looking at it, it doesn't make any sense. So you know, people have been saying on the Facebook group, oh, you know, some have been waffling. So yeah, it's too far gone. And other people are saying, oh, you should fix it up and everything else. Make another XCR just like you did on the other one that we did last year. But once you start adding everything up, let's take a look at it. The belly pan needs to be replaced. The hood is no good. Windshield, seat, covering, seat foam. The engine's no good. The electrical is a mess. The rear skid is questionable. It's got the wrong shocks, front and rear. So, and the engine's no good. So where do you start off? What is its saving grace that is a candidate that it should be saved? Other than it's a tunnel saying it's an XCR. To me, at this point, it's just an Indy with a bunch of stuff on it. So this is what the plan is. I'm gonna harvest the twin pipes on it and put it on my 92 XCR, and then I'm gonna save a couple other odds and ends on it. But after that, I'm gonna have no use for it. If somebody wants this as a project to bring back an XCR, tell you what, you can have it. You have to come and get it. I'm not going to deliver it, but if somebody actually wants this thing as a project to have an XCR and bring it back, I think it'd be interesting. But it's going to be quite expensive to do it because, again, right now there's nothing on it that's good other than a tunnel, which says it's an XCR. So, all right, if there's any questions, comments, concerns, leave them in the comments box. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. And as always, thanks for watching and have a great day. See ya.